We are live for Fireside Chat. Ooh, I forgot to check the number. I believe we're at 74 today. Just a second here. Let's take a look. Alright. Yep, 74 was indeed a week ago. So, or 73 was. So, yes, number 74. As far as stuff going on this week, I've been working on a bunch of handbook updates and documentation and stuff. A lot of it is just moving stuff out of the handbook into the monolith. So, basically, a lot of stuff like forms and templates and that kind of stuff is going to be in there rather than in the handbook. So, I'm in the process of putting templates for roll calls, situation reports in there. There's actually quite a bit that I've already done in there as far as moving stuff around, combining some things. So I've kind of tried to make it so basically everything important is pinned, and then the stuff that isn't pinned is kind of not really necessary stuff. It's more just kind of official stuff, like there's the introduction to every house in there. We have the public WA recruitment post template. We've got record of exiles, the Honor Art Gallery, that kind of stuff. But pinned right now, I have a the active WA duties thread, which I put together a while ago, which lists basically that lists every kind of job anyone has in WA, from guild leadership to random things like writing archives posts for stuff or host which events everyone's hosting, all that kind of thing. And then what I have added recently is there's in there a thread that lists the requirements for forming a house and family, which have been updated, but a lot of this is going to be tied to a big handbook update that I haven't done yet. So while the threads are up to date, the handbook isn't quite yet. I'm also working on, instead of having our laws in the handbook, I'm going to have them in the actual in text in the pocket guide and on our website. Is my thinking. So basically, that's just the very first section there. I'm going to have a section on the website that goes into a lot more detail than that I think I've been talking about. How I've been working on is just clarifying a lot of rules, adding a lot more detail to them, so it's easier for officers to know how they're supposed to be working. And yeah, I think I'm honestly kind of undecided if I'm going to leave or take them out of the handbook. Just put something in there that says see website and or the pocket guide, which is actually just in text form in the rules channel. Not certain on that yet, but the big thing is to get it all written out and put on the website for sure. So, yeah, I'm working on that. Let's see. I did update all the house information and combine that all into one thread there, and then there's also a thread that lists some new stuff to put together for war bands, which is expectations for war bands as far as how active they should be and metrics for judging that and stuff. And then probably the most useful thing I think is the third post in that thread I put, which has basically a list of all jobs that need to be taken care of in a warband, kind of duties. So it should make it easy for anyone leading a warband to know everything they need to be doing, and therefore be able to assign any of these bullet points to anyone in their warband that's helping them lead it. And I mean, you could even look at, oh, we've got a raider or somebody upcoming, and let's give them one or two of these and see how they do to kind of judge, to see where things go, that kind of thing. So that stuff's all put together. And then, let's see. There's a few other things I'm working on. Yeah, like I said, the big thing is the handbook update and the rules update. I'm thinking now, kind of on the spot that I probably will leave it in the handbook just because I think I'm not super concerned with the length of the handbook because I can shorten it or lengthen it by like 1 page or 2 page, and I don't think it makes that much of a difference. It's still just sort of a pretty, significant read, but not crazy. So I probably will just have the rules in the handbook and on the website, and I'll keep the pocket guide as sort of a shortened version of our rules. Is probably what we'll go with. Just checking my to-do list here if there's anything else. I updated the Norse naming page just a tiny bit, just specifying exactly how to put one together, because I know I've seen some names like one thing I see we'll do is like capitalizing both words and stuff like this. Just little things, so I made it a little bit more specific there. And the updated handbook will specify that if you want to make a Norse name, it tells you exactly how to do it at that page and has a link to it and everything. And then let's see. I'm not changing how incidents reporting works, but I'm kind of clarifying it because I think it wasn't really clear when we got rid of the incident discussion channel and stuff. But and this will be in the handbook update, but basically just a brief overview. How it is supposed to work is that if you see an incident, rule breaking of any kind, you can report that to any officer in the clan. And it's then that officer's job to talk to the direct superior of whoever broke the rule or whatever. And then that superior's job is to talk to that member, get it fixed, warning, demotion, whatever is appropriate there. Unless if they feel, oh, my member didn't do anything wrong, or they're confused on, the incident or anything like that, then they can go and talk to their officers or escalate all the way up to me if they need to. So hopefully it's kind of a similar thing to how we made it so any officer can approve recruiting in like someone right after they join the server, like less than 24 hours, rather than someone's direct superior. So this system is just basically and I left out the actual incident tracking. So it's the leader of every warband has their own incident tracking, and they are supposed to track incidents reported to them there. And yes, so basically, if any officer, if you get an incident reported to you, just whoever broke the rule is being go talk to their superior and let them know about it. Basically, is how that's supposed to work. So that's all reworded and clarified, made much easier to understand in the new handbook update that I will have coming. I think that is about it. The Festival of Selja quiz is still open. I think there's about 6 people that passed it. You have to get 4 of the 5 questions correct. As it says on the quiz, all the answers are in Vesper's archives, in certain threads and stuff in there. You have to poke around in. And yeah, I posted the Selja mark. One thing I do need to do with that is update the marks gallery a little bit. With something I think I stated a while back, which is that all the festival marks, if you do it, say, 2-3 years in a row in the festival, or it doesn't have to be in a row, but just like more than once, right? So let's say you did the Festival of Selja in 2017, it didn't exist then, but we'll pretend, and then you missed it 2018, and then you do it 2019. So now you've done it twice total, so you get a Festival of Selja mark with a Roman numeral 2 on it. And I'm going to fix the marks gallery so it says that, and it's all explained and everything. But yeah, I think that's about all that I had for announcements. Obviously, not much of a showing here today, but I'm hoping people have missed it can check out YouTube or something if they want. My bad on we had a bit of a late kind of impromptu fireside here, but at least it's getting done anyway. And yeah, so Pat over here, thank you for coming. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about?
Not necessarily. I am working on that Halloween event coming up, the second one.
Oh yeah,
But
those are fun.
you thought so? I'm glad to hear it.
Well, I like puzzles and riddles, so that's why it was fun
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
What's going on
So
down here?
Hey,
Fireside.
you've joined the random fireside.
Oh,
We are
there's a random fireside.
we're in the
Well,
middle of Fireside now.
yes, there's an
Oh,
hour late fireside.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't even see a ping or nothing. I just assumed it was canceled. My apologies.
Well, that's a safe assumption because there was no ping or anything. I just happened to when I managed to finally get home from work today, I just threw out a brief announcement. But yeah, not expecting a huge turnout given the whole situation. But hey, we still have had one at least. But yeah, well, I'll throw it to you, Manny, too. I just opened it up if anybody had anything to talk about. But yeah, Pato, you had just brought up the Halloween event, which definitely was a lot of fun. That'll be super cool.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna be working on that. Hopefully, uh, the officers work at on their riddles. How it
does that have to work
works.
on one?
Sorry.
Does that mean I have to work on one? Or can I?
He's so. I think it's Berserkers and up, right, Pato?
It's officers, official. I mean,
'Cause
I wouldn't
it's weird
mind.
because Berserkers are a junior officer though.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm going by last year's event.
Technically, berserkers are not officers. If we're going strictly the word officer, but I mean,
Okay.
That's what I mean. Is last year we went by a Huskarl and it went well, and we had enough. Like I wouldn't want more than what we had last year is the thing, and we have quite a few like officers. We have a shortage of officers, but at the same time, for this event in particular, it's just the right amount. Um, but I wouldn't mind opening it up to berserkers. I wouldn't want anything below that because then, like, the whole point is for members to be able to identify any people that they can go talk to for their trick or treating. So it's easier to identify prominent figures in the clan. But yeah, I wouldn't mind opening it up to berserkers. I was talking about it in the all thing, but what do you guys think? I mean, obviously Rocker would want to.
So I'd be in favor of allowing berserkers just so that we can get like more variety with the riddles. Because like last year, yes, we did have we did have a lot of people with it, and a lot of great participation in the actual event itself. However, at the same time, I definitely think that we could step it up, and include the berserkers. Um, I think it'd be nice. The berserkers aren't often included in a lot of these like officer only things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think having them included would be nice. Give them the opportunity to do a little bit more, at least for the sake of an event, and B, I think it really like help to have a little bit more variety in the riddles.
All right. In that case, Vest, could we? I'd like to get the okay. Well, like, I'd like to identify who is participating and not, because I don't want to force any officers to do so. So is there any way we could I don't know, I could ping all berserkers and up, or we open up a channel so people can just respond. I'm trying to find a way
For
to
sure.
identify everyone.
Yeah, we could do that.
You know what? Reopen the Halloween channel from last year, and I'll ping.
Restricted to berserkers.
Yeah, yeah, and then I'll ping everyone in there and see who wants to participate, and we'll go from there.
I believe that was the channel that got deleted somehow.
Yes, because you didn't even remember it existed a couple Fireside chats ago.
That's true.
But yeah, just call it Halloween, and then we'll use it for that.
Sounds good. Well, yeah, I thought we could conceivably make a role for people who are participating, because frankly, if you include berserkers, you could probably almost make it optional for officers. So if some don't feel like it, then you'd still have plenty of
I mean, it is optional. I just want to have a decent amount of people participating, but I don't want too much to overwhelm everyone. But I would like to gauge interest for berserkers and up. So just make the channel Berserker and up. I'll ping in there. Once everyone is identified and we're good to go, then we can just reshuffle and see what happens during the event.
Sounds good to me. I can make that channeling.
Perfect. Thank you. That's it for me. I don't really have much else to add because
Cool. Well, yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. I think that's probably the one event we've got coming up that I can think of.
There is Secret Odin
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
in like December. That's not coming until like solstice.
True.
But I do believe there has been word of that going around again this year. So
we do have to organize early. Route usually.
keep your ears to the ground.
Yes.
Cool.
The festivities are gonna begin soon.
I kind of came into the middle of that. What was Pato referring to? Like the event?
We were talking about Gricker God.
Ah,
Well, cool.
Gotcha.
Which I don't know if you were here for Gricker God last year, but it was kind of our
I came
Halloween
in
celebration.
in March of this year.
Yeah, so you weren't. It's just kind of a Halloween celebration. Basically, all the officers will have a riddle, and you go up to them and you ask, well, Gricker got. They give you the riddle. If you answer it, you get like a flask of mead that basically serves as a point.
Each
Just
point.
Steiner- exactly
Steiner
what it
providing
is.
the mead.
Nah, it's not actual mead.
Darn.
Doors. Do you know how much the shipping costs would be on
Comes
something
down to
like
a
that?
very. It comes down to a very funny drinking game at the end of the month.
Oof.
Yes, involving way too many minors.
The whole thing with the mead is that it's what did I call it again? The Skelfa mead? Like
Yeah,
it's
Scalfa mead.
the Skelfa mead. Yeah, it's a drink that when you drink it, it tests your courage. And each one represents a point into the raffle where I raffle off $20 Steam cards. So that's the event. It was a lot of fun last year, and we're
Yeah,
gonna
it
try to
was.
recreate it.
Literally
I don't know
stop
why you
playing
don't just
video games to solve riddles. Like perfect harmony.
I don't know
Well,
why you don't just raffle off fucking maple syrup, but
Someone's
Cause
got to pick one of the riddles in the dark.
I could I could spend $40 for two $20 Steam cards, or I could spend $60 to ship one bottle of maple syrup to the States.
I'm gonna go ahead and say worst.
definitely worth. Maybe a baguette with it.
I don't
A
like
real
you
shit.
anymore.
well, I think definitely the workout will be a lot of fun, and like Manny said, we got Secret Odin coming up at the end of the year, but I believe signups for that are probably going to open up within the next month or two at the most. But yeah, that's definitely in the works. So definitely some cool stuff coming up this year for sure. But I'll probably look to sign off here unless anyone has any closing things or stuff that came to mind
Guild
here at the
Wars
end.
2.
Guild Wars 2
Come
is
on.
still happening.
I always have to say something about Guild Wars 2, Vest. You should know this by now.
Hey, I usually say something as well. Yeah, I mean Guild Wars 2 night every Sunday night.
You know we should bring back
Hmm.
Monster Hunter Night, man. I don't know why, but I've had this weird like want to play it.
the expansion's coming out at some point soon.
know.
I'm sure I could bring it back for a while.
Iceborne, dude. Oh man.
I'd like to put down a reminder about Minecraft Night coming up tomorrow. The calendar has been amended to once every other week. So there's no more confusion that can't happen last week.
I like how Guild Wars 2 night just got completely fucking cucked out of
Not it.
nowhere.
How so?
I believe Vest was still talking and just
Oh,
got
I'm sorry.
straight
I
up yeeted.
thought the conversation had moved on.
No, it's okay. We changed subjects. So. No, Guild Wars 2 night, 6 p.m. PST as well on Sunday, and yeah, I fixed Minecraft. Sorry, that was a weird thing where I thought it was every week, and then somebody told me it was every other week, so I switched it. But then after I switched it, there's an announcement last Friday saying Minecraft night. And I was like, oh, I removed it from the calendar. I didn't know it was every week, so I changed it back to every week. And then I talked to Artie, and she was like, no, it is every other week. We looked at the calendar, and we got messed up, so it should be all fixed now with that. But yeah, Guild Wars 2 night as well. If you are playing Guild Wars 2, one thing we really need right now is the Potions of PvP reward, which you get from doing your daily
yeah.
PvP missions. And if you get those, you should get 4 per day if you complete all the dailies, which usually takes you 1 or 2 matches, provided you get a win. Just dump those in the guild treasury. We need all those. We need 100 right now, and then we can build an arena so we can do PvP against each other in the guild hall. And there's a lot more upgrades that require more potions too, so it's not like there's a hard cap on it once we hit 100, but that's our focus right now. But
As well as that, we have been doing a couple of hero point runs here. You know, every now and again, I've been trying to run people through, particularly in Path of Fire, because Heart of Thorns is kind of aids to get hero points on. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. Navigating those maps kind of fucking sucks. So, if y'all need hero points, send me a message. I'll make sure that we can get some shit done. If you have any friends that you think might be looking for an MMO, definitely plug Guild Wars 2 to them, because no subscriptions, they can try the base game entirely for free, and as well now actually Path of Fire. You buy Path of Fire and you get Heart of Thorns completely for free. I don't necessarily know if that's a temporary deal or a permanent change. I think it's permanent, but don't quote me on that.
as far as I know, it's temporary to go with because they have an upcoming story release coming up. The Ice Brood Saga deal, which is all taking place in the far north, that kind of deal. Which looks really cool, and I believe that is part of that. So I believe it's temporary.
Yeah, so then at the very least, for the time being, for the next little while, you can get Guild Wars 2, both Path of Fire and Heart of Thorns, just for the price of Path of Fire, which is like 25, 30 bucks. No subscription fees or anything like that. Very fast-paced, combo-based combat system. It's quite a fun game. If you have any friends or anything, anyone that's interested or already plays Guild Wars 2, definitely, let them know about the clan, because ideally, I do want to start doing like raids and, fractals and things on a relatively consistent basis. There's a lot of people that don't have that legendary armor yet, that highly coveted set of armor skins that literally do nothing, that fucking Ascended doesn't, but
Nothing like a good cosmetic item.
Say again.
Nothing like a good cosmetic item.
Well, it's a cosmetic item that is completely and totally stat swappable for free at any time that you want. That's the nice part.
And
So,
if you don't have the Ascended level of gear, which is the highest best stats, it does have that level of stats too.
Indeed. The biggest thing is that will require a lot of raiding, so we do need people to be, ready to raid consistently. I'll probably see if I can't make a weekly night out of that. Perhaps replace Sunday Guild Wars 2 night with raid night, or perhaps even just start Guild Wars 2 night earlier and then do, raids later on into Guild Wars night or Guild Wars 2 night. Just as a sort of a way to get both done, because as it stands right now, Sunday night really is the only time available for most of our Guild Wars 2 players to actually make it out to Guild Wars night. That said, things have been going pretty well within the guild, so definitely looking forward to a lot more slow yet steady progress. Get your PvP reward potions. We really need that shit. 15 minutes a day, 1 match win. That's all you got to do.
All right. Well, yeah, we got Guild Wars 2 night coming up Sunday nights, and we'll probably look to sign off with that. Unless anybody had anything they remembered before we head off here.
It's going to be a special Guild Wars 2 night because it's going to be Manny's birthday. Just pointing that out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
This is true.
shit. Wait, I didn't even realize that,
Oh,
huh?
that's
My
true.
birthday is actually on Guild Wars 2 night.
What a coincidence.
There we go. Maybe I'll die.
Yikes.
Yeah, for my birthday, will you all kill me in the fucking guild hall?
I mean, sure.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, that'll be happening on Sunday. But yeah, I think I'll sign off with that. Thank you everybody for showing up. Fireside chat number 74 here. Thanks everyone watching live or watching the VOD. Apologies again for the kind of late impromptu one we had to have here, but we should be back on at the normal time this coming next Thursday at 5 p.m. PST on September 12th. So see everybody then.